The Chiefs coaching staff continues to be a hot commodity during the bye week as more interview requests pour in. What would the Super Bowl champs lose if one of their key staff members left Kansas City behind? We're going to discuss the NFL coaching shuffle, plus take a dive into Wildcard Weekend and some hot takes on who could dethrone the Chiefs. What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Thursday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. Apparently, we're getting some news today regarding the Chiefs Stadium and whether or not fans could gain the ability to actually buy their own seats. More on this later. Let's get into the playoffs and coaching chat right now. Give us a like and subscribe here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and let's get this one rolling. Both Chiefs coordinators continue to draw interest for NFL head coaching positions. Let's start off on the offensive side. Offensive coordinator Matt Nagy. So far, the OC has virtually interviewed with the New York Jets on Wednesday. Reports say that the Saints are also interested in Nagy. Now, Sports Illustrated writes, this is undoubtedly a positive step for Nagy, who isn't eligible for in-person interviews until Kansas City's season is officially over. Now, years removed from his 34-31 tenure as the lead man for the Chicago Bears, the 46-year-old has helped the back-to-back Super Bowl champions navigate life post-Tyreek Hill and maintain a winning standard. Despite some occasional struggles over the past two seasons, quarterback Patrick Mahomes has still turned things all the way up on late downs and in critical playoff moments. Nagy's work with head coach Andy Reid and the rest of his staff plays a major role in fostering situational success. As for defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, the Jets requested to interview Spags for the head coaching vacancy. The Las Vegas Raiders also requested to interview Spags for their head coaching job, along with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which we learned today. NBC writes, in his sixth season as Kansas City's defensive coordinator, Spagnuolo once again has his club in the top 10 in points allowed, number 4, and in yards allowed, number 9. Last season, the Chiefs finished number 2 in both categories en route to winning its second consecutive Super Bowl. Now, a 4-time Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator himself, Spagnuolo also served as the Rams head coach from 2009 until 2011 and was the Giants interim coach for 4 games back in 2017. Chiefs assistant general manager Mike Borgonzi has also been creating a little bit of buzz. Borgonzi interviewed in Palm Beach for the Jets general manager position yesterday, and the Tennessee Titans also requested an interview with Borgonzi as well. Now, he's been Brett Veach's right-hand man since 2021. He started as a low-level assistant under GM Scott Pioli and has been with the Chiefs organization for 16 years. Being around a lot of winning, I'm sure, can only help the resume. Well, the Wildcard Weekend kicks off in just a few days. The Saturday slate consists of the Chargers at Houston at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, followed by the Steelers at the Ravens, 7 p.m. Central Time. Then on Sunday, the AFC wraps it up with the Broncos at Buffalo for a noon kick. Let's check in with Dan Orlovsky, who joins Rich Eisen to talk through the AFC Wildcard Weekend. Out of those 6 teams, 4 could potentially face Kansas City in the divisional round, but Orlovsky says that it's the AFC Championship round that's really going to truly challenge Kansas City. Take a listen to the former NFL QB, and he breaks down Buffalo and why they have found so much success this season.
One of the things that Buffalo's done great this year, and everybody in the playoffs does it, I think Buffalo does it as well as anybody, if not the best, is they get into these 4-by-1 formations. They put 4 guys to one side of the field. They put 1 guy to the back side of the field. And that 1 guy it's simple for the quarterback. They put him on an easy route, a slant or a stop or a go. And they say, hey, if you like the matchup or if it's free access, Josh, throw it there. And if not, well, we have 4 guys to the other side of the field. So like, we're just going to throw an easy RPO, like a flat route, or we'll throw a bubble screen, or we'll throw a little in and out route. It's easy operation, or we'll run the ball, and so as an offense, we gain advantages and stuff like that. I have 3 plays at once. If I don't like my one-on-one because the corner is really good or they play with the safety over the top, well, great. Well, if you play with the safety over the top, it's math. You have 1 less person over to my 4-man side. And if you're going to play with, try to have a high safety over there, well, then I'm running the football. And so, like, Buffalo has been great at that this year.
But Orlovsky doesn't think the Bills are actually the biggest threat to Kansas City. In his opinion, that role is held by another team.
If I had to pick one team that I truly in my gut thought would go to Kansas City and beat Kansas City, it is Baltimore this year.
as much as I believe in the Buffalo Bills, and I do think it's a 3-team race. Number one, it's the best season Lamar's ever had. There's no debate about that. It's historically impressive what he's done. I think the second thing is he finally has a true running mate, both behind him and next to him, that makes this offense dynamically impossible to stop. Zay Flowers, first Pro Bowl receiver that the Ravens have ever drafted, and I know he's unlikely to play this weekend. Derrick Henry, Lamar and Derrick Henry combined have almost 3,000 yards rushing. They've got 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates on defense, a top 5 offensive line. They got the second best run game in football. This is the most complete football team, the most balanced football team that Lamar's had. They got a defense ever since Kyle went back to safety. He's the number 1 defense in the NFL. I've never been more confident in Lamar's ability, but also Lamar's mindset to go get it done.
All right, you know what to do, Chiefs Kingdom. Put that one in your receipts. All right, during the bye week, there aren't too many pressing headlines surrounding the Chiefs, naturally so, as Kansas City's playoff run doesn't really even begin for at least over a week. In the meantime, it looks as if the organization is staying busy, though. As announced a few months back, the Chiefs would employ a third-party company called CSL to help gather research as a part of the club's ongoing decision-making related to the future home of the Chiefs. Well, this morning, Bob Fesco on 96.5 The Fan said today fans can expect some updated stadium news. Take a listen.
Today is going to be a day that I think Chiefs fans are going to start to realize, what's taking place when it comes to the new stadium. Today, there's going to be a group called CSL, okay? CSL is the name of the group. They're conducting surveys and research for the Chiefs about, what do you want to do? New stadium, renovation. They're surveying fans. Today, they're going to be sending out a press release, I think probably around 10 o'clock or something this morning, that CSL is now putting out a survey for a couple 100,000, Kansas Cityans, Chiefs fans, however you want to say it, about, the new stadium and the potential of renovating Arrowhead Stadium. It's going to be, from what I've been told, a very extensive survey, and, everything's going to change based on if you're a season ticket holder, if you're a suite holder, if you're this, you're that, the other thing. And it's going to take you through all these questions. Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you like this? Do you like that? And depending on how you answer is how it's going to take you. Obviously, we've all seen these surveys. To the next question.
Fesco continued to share that today would be a milestone day because CSL would introduce the idea of PSLs to the Chiefs Kingdom fan base. No, it is not a PSL like a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. It is actually a personal seat license. So PSLs are paid licenses that entitle the holder to the right to buy season tickets for a certain seat in a stadium. Now, this holder can also sell the seat license to someone if they no longer wish to purchase season tickets.
This is happening all around the NFL, whether it's a renovated stadium, whether it's a new stadium, fans are being asked to pay for PSLs. How much, Bob, is a PSL going to cost me? The average PSL right now of the 2 stadiums that are being built in Buffalo and Nashville is somewhere between $4,000 and $10,000. And that's per seat, that's a one-time fee, and then that seat is yours. And you own that seat for every single event that takes place in that stadium. So if the Chiefs were to build a new dome stadium and you own a seat license, a PSL inside that stadium, and they host the Super Bowl, the Final Four, playoff, whatever event, concerts, it doesn't matter. Whatever event is taking place in that stadium, you own the right to purchase the ticket to that event. They can't tell you, we're selling your seat to somebody else or something like that, because it is a PSL. You paid for that. You have the right now for that seat for every event that's going to take place inside a new stadium, if that is the direction that the Kansas City Chiefs and the state of Kansas or the state of Missouri, if that's the direction they decide to go, is a brand new stadium, then that PSL thing will be a big topic, but you will own every event, basically, that takes place there, plus the cost of tickets to be put on that. But that's the concept of what they do now in the National Football League.
What do you think about the idea of PSLs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, something to note here, Fesco did share that 2 sources told the show the Royals are getting closer to finalizing a Johnson County site. A lot to think about there, Casey. All right, let's wrap up the show today with a little bit of a segment on QB1. Patrick Mahomes seems to break a new record, if not weekly, monthly. The 3-time Super Bowl champ is now just 1 playoff win away from tying Joe Montana for the 2nd most ever in NFL history. Mind you, Mahomes has only been playing for 7 seasons in the league, while Montana played for 16 seasons to do so. NBC writes that Montana won 14 playoff games with the 49ers and 2 with the Chiefs. Mahomes has won a total of 15 so far here in Kansas City. Now, Mahomes is still a very long way away from catching Tom Brady, who has the all-time NFL record with 35 postseason wins. Mahomes would have to win 3 postseason games a year, every year, until 2031 in order to surpass Brady. Challenge accepted. Alrighty, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. As always, you know the drill. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, hit like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you here on Friday.